Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are going to talk about a few aspects of our lifestyle these days which keep us away from maintaining or achieving good health. So we will talk about one by one and we will also help you understand how is it that we can tackle these issues. So first issue is stress. Now, most of us have this conception or an idea in mind that stress only comes when you are going through some sort of an emergency, maybe medical, maybe financial, or some sort of a situation which is absolutely beyond your control and mostly external. But more often than not, stress that we experience on a daily basis is actually self generated. For example, if you have a meeting at say 10 o'clock and you woke up late and there are a lot of things that you have to do before the meeting actually begins and you actually really are scramming your way through making things happen before the meeting does, what happens at that point in time in your mind is called stress. Now, stress doesn't mean that you have a lot of emergency at that point in time, but you are getting a lot of things done in a very short period of time, and that causes a lot of anxiety, that causes a lot of stress, and that is detrimental to your health. Now, one would say, why is stress detrimental? Stress is not very good for your health because whenever your body experiences stress, there is a stress mechanism that comes into play, which means there are certain hormones that are released in your body to manage or cope up with this stressful situation. And during this time, all growth and developmental functions are basically put on hold. This has come from the flight or fight response, which is inbuilt in our DNA right from the prehistoric times. But since there is no such situation which is life and death on a daily basis, your body does not understand that that situation and this situation is different. It simply just follows the code that is put into our DNA, and these are the responses through the hormones and other things that you experience. Now, if you go through stressful situations on a very regular and repeated basis, it does have some sort of a side effect on your health. For example, in stressful situations, there is excess sugar that is pumped into your bloodstream. There is a lot of cortisol that is secreted in your system, which makes your heart beat a little faster than usual. All of these are mechanisms that your body puts into place to cope up with additional activity or additional actions that you may have to take in case of a dangerous situation coming your way. But in most in daily basis, this really doesn't happen. So what happens with all of that excess sugar is that it causes a sugar crash, and after some time you really start craving for certain kind of carbohydrates, or you may have a headache, and all such things come into play. All of this happens because of a simple thing called as stress, which most of the times is generated by ourselves. Now, a few things that you can do to handle stress or probably manage stress is try to have some sort of an exercise routine. Exercise really helps you to manage with stress. Another thing you could do is try to get into some sort of meditative practice or some sort of meditation routine. It will help you to sort of calm your nerves on a daily basis. Second important point, try to always maintain a positive mindset and a positive attitude. Having negative feelings, having negative thoughts does add a lot to your stress. One more very important aspect of coping with stress is taking adequate rest. Make sure you get a full night's sleep and make sure you are well rested before you face the day. So these are simple things that you can do in order to manage or cope up with stress. The second lifestyle issue that most of us have in our homes is basically snacking. In today's world, you can order anything that you want at any season that you want and at any time of the day that you want. All of this results in an excess of calories that you consume on a daily basis. Most of these savory or snack items that we get are extremely tasty, they are extremely habit forming, but more importantly, they are extremely low on nutrition. They are very high on calories and carbohydrates, which makes it very detrimental to your health. So, how you can cope up with this? First of all, you cannot completely eliminate snacks from your life, but you can definitely replace the unhealthy ones with the healthy ones for a start. So, once you start replacing the unhealthy snacks with healthy snacks, you will feel satisfied even if you have a very small portion of that healthy snack. More importantly, don't keep any unhealthy snacks at home. If you have snacks at home, it will be very difficult to resist the temptation to not go to the cupboard, open it up, and really consume that snack. So make sure you don't have the thing in the first place so that you will not end up facing any temptations. So these are the snack related issues. The third issue that all of us have is most of us have sedentary jobs. In this lockdown period, all of us are at home and most of us are working from home. So for extended periods of time, we will have to be sitting at one place and working. Now this ends up making you not move around for the entire day. So this is something that puts on a lot of calories. It makes you put on fat very easily. So how can you manage or handle this situation is try to take small but frequent breaks. For example, every half an hour, 45 minutes or 1 hour, try to get up from your workplace, try to take a walk, try to do a little bit of push-ups on the floor, or if not, try to do about 10 squats. Have a small stretching routine if you can. Make sure that you are basically moving around, stretching your joints after every period of time, which will make sure that your blood circulation keeps happening on a regular basis, and you won't have any stiffness of joints or any sort of inflexibility related issues when you actually get up and start working. So this is about sedentary jobs. One more thing is smoking and alcohol. The less said, the better. There is no prescribed or there is no healthy limit of alcohol or smoking that anybody can suggest. It's best if you keep both of these things as low as possible and completely eliminate or give them up if it's possible for you. Then pollution. This is something that we actually cannot do anything about, because every time you step out, there is going to be some amount of pollution that you are going to basically inhale. But one very important thing that, I would say a coincidentally good thing that has happened, that all of us have now gotten used to using masks. So whenever you are stepping out, try to use a mask. It will at least keep the carbon particles and the dust particles from entering your breathing passage, and that itself will cause a lot of relief to your entire pulmonary system. Okay, so that is one thing that we can definitely do. And of course, self-medication. Try to avoid taking medications if they are not necessary. Most of the time we take medications for very, very common issues. For example, headaches, or most commonly acidity. Now all of these things are mostly triggered because of some imbalance in your diet or your lifestyle. So be on the watch for what are these imbalances which actually trigger a headache or which actually trigger a bout of acidity, and try avoid doing all of those things which actually works as a trigger towards these things. For example, not eating for a very long time usually triggers a headache in a lot of people. So a solution to that, or a workaround to that, is to keep an alarm clock and make sure you are eating at the right intervals. One more thing with acidity is most of the people have acidity if they intake too much salt, or probably if they intake too much spice, or if they just intake too much food. So a workaround that is that be mindful of what you are eating. If salt is something that doesn't agree with your system, make sure that you do not have salty or spicy items, or make sure you eat portion controlled meals so that acidity which is triggered because of excess food is not happening in your case. So these are some of the lifestyle issues that we can definitely work around. We can probably find a solution for it and make our lives much more healthier, and more importantly, you can enjoy your days in the best possible manner. Thank you so much, and we'll be back with some more useful tips in the coming days. Thanks.